Hi guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are watching Walter's favorite episode, 420. Anyway, in the last episode, we sort of were abruptly taken out of this time and thrown at least 20 years in the future. And it was a very sort of horrifying future that hopefully we would be able to avoid. But again, like I said in the post-episode discussion for the last episode, we don't have a character that has actually traveled to that future. Just us, the audience, have. So I don't know that it's avoidable. So I assume that the rest of this season is going to show us how we get from point A to point fucking Z in that future. Yeah. It's interesting because I liked the observers for so long, and then I didn't like certain observers and still loved our, one true observer, September. Also like August. And now I'm back to like hating the observers again, except for September and August, of course. But yeah, it's very interesting the way this show just really tests your loyalty and your like of certain characters. Anyway, sorry. I'm curious what David Robert Jones is doing. I'm curious if whatever the hell he's doing has anything to do with what the observers are doing. I'm curious, like I just said, how we're going to get from point A to point Z. So let me stop talking and let's watch this episode and start to figure out. Walter, your tie is a bit askew.
As I believe that I have discovered David Robert Jones' true intentions. I believe that Jones is trying to collapse our universes in order to create a gravitational singularity.
Okay, for what for?
The density is so great that it has no recourse but to rapidly expand outwards again.
Big Bang?
Creating a Big Bang.
But to what end?
Mutual destruction.
But why? But wouldn't that kill him too? I just don't get it as an end goal.
He would do all this? Why?
Yes.
To create another universe.
Okay.
A world in which the laws of physics and nature are designed and controlled by him.
But how would he survive to be on that world?
With all respect, maybe it was just a dream.
Okay, but what is your plan? Or idea of what his plan is?
Given what we know about Jones' actions so far, what Dr. Bishop suggests should not be overlooked.
Yeah. Thank you, Walter, for standing up for Walter.
How would Jones do this?
How would he survive in the first place? I think that should also, be a question. Hey, she's one of the special kids.
Keep the change.
Is that, the one that was friends with Olivia? Right? I can't remember his name now. What are they gonna do? Did he train them to do whatever it is he wants them to do? But how are they doing it? Whatever it is that they're doing.
How can someone destroy two universes and survive to see?
Thank you, Olivia.
Westfield.
What?
Jones used amphilicite to destroy the town of Westfield.
Oh, yeah.
But when he was finished, there was one area still standing.
There was.
That perhaps it was a test, way to ensure his survival.
How would he know where this place was?
Now it's possible that he has built a safe zone where he and his creations can be protected. After all, he will have to populate this new world.
Like Noah's Ark, is that what you're saying?
He wants to be the new god, right? So that makes sense.
Having multiple reports of earthquakes happening all over the world.
Worlds. It's happening on our side too.
It's starting. The beginning of the end.
To synchronize earthquakes all over the world, he must have had a trigger, presumably amphilicite.
Or special kids.
I think I know what he's doing now.
What?
Jones is trying to tune the two universes to vibrate at a common frequency.
Yeah.
The vibrations are weakening the barrier between our two universes.
Oh, I used to play that game.
Times, in the right locations.
Yep. But if the last episode is to be believed, at some point the observers come and take over. So, like...
Lincoln. I'm Nick Lane. I don't know if you remember me, but we grew up in the same neighborhood in Philly.
Really?
You went out with my sister, Kendra.
Olivia's gonna remember him. Olivia, you need to exist real quick.
I had a vision. I saw the earthquakes. I was standing right in the middle of it. But the thing is, when this happened, I wasn't even aware there was an earthquake. I hadn't turned on the news yet. How was that possible?
Because he saw the other Nick Lane. Oh, interesting.
She's just standing there.
While everybody else runs for cover.
You think she caused this?
Yeah.
Well, she's standing at the epicenter. And maybe whatever device we're looking for, Jones's trigger, maybe it's on her.
Do y'all recognize her?
Pretty.
Is this the best angle that we have?
I'm afraid
I mean, it's a very blurry picture. Ooh, is that Lincoln?
Hey, it's me.
Say the words Nick Lane.
I got a guy on this side who had a vision of
Say
standing in
Nick
the
Lane.
middle of the earthquake in Manhattan.
Say Nick Lane. Say Nick Lane. Say Nick Lane. Fucking say his name.
Do we know who he is?
A citizen. His name is Nick Lane.
Yes! You know that name, Olivia. You know it.
You still there?
I'll call you back.
Yeah. You know.
I'm gonna run it through facial recognition and see if we get a hit.
No need. Her name is Sally Clark.
Yes. One of the special kids.
Oh, you're right.
We were in the Cortexiphan trials together along with another boy called Nick Lane.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't think Jones is using amphilicite devices to trigger these events. I think they are the devices.
Mm-hmm. He's using the Cortexiphan kids. Yep.
Nick Lane and the others are drawing on their alternate frequency to change the vibratory nature of the area that they're standing in.
So that's how they're doing it.
Which is what's causing the earthquakes.
And the eventual collapse of our worlds.
That is smart.
I underestimated him. Jones must have a remarkable mind to have devised a plan like this.
Or was William Bell involved?
Could the connection between our two universes be what's facilitating this psychic link?
I suppose.
So what if we severed it?
That would be bad.
You're not suggesting that.
Yes, I am.
Suggesting what?
We close the
Sacrifice
bridge.
the other universe.
We turn off the machine. It cuts the link between our Cortexiphan subjects and their doppelgangers.
But that... Yeah, it would sacrifice the other universe, wouldn't it?
The bridge being opened is what's enabled the other universe to heal. So what would happen if we closed it?
It
Most
would
likely
stop
the
healing.
healing would stop.
Yeah.
Their world wouldn't get any worse, but it wouldn't get any better either.
There's no other alternative, Walter.
That's easy for us to say, Peter.
Well, there is one other option.
But this way...
We find Jones, and we stop the next attack.
How?
I think I have an idea.
Okay, but...
I knew Nick when we were kids. We shared an emotional bond, and I'm hoping that through you, we may be able to reconnect and find him.
Okay.
And this makes perfect sense to all of you.
I find it's best if you just
Don't question it.
go with it.
Yeah.
If it works out, you're the hero that saved two universes.
Look, I appreciate what you guys have been doing to prevent closing the bridge, even if it's a long shot.
The truth is, I like coming over here, especially after it rains. When my world started to break down, the conditions in the atmosphere changed, and the light doesn't reflect through moisture the way it used to. You haven't seen a rainbow in over 20 years.
Oh,
As our world started to repair itself,
I began to imagine that the people from my side would start to see them again. You know, something so beautiful, so perfect. I still find myself looking up after it rains.
I just worry because we didn't hear anything about World B in the last episode. So, like, do they end up severing the bridge? I just don't know. There he is in his blacks and grays.
It's hard to make out. Everything is blurry. I see brick buildings. Just passing a train station.
What does it say?
Bury.
Rockport Station.
Peter, he's in Salem.
All right, let him know we're on our way.
What are they gonna do, like, kidnap him? I thought they would, like, send Olivia to him, but I guess it makes sense if she's seeing him that she can't be going to him.
Salem Bay University. He's on campus.
How far away are they? Are they gonna get trapped in a fucking earthquake? Parking lot? It's weird that she's not seeing it from, like, his perspective. Can't really tell where he is for this.
He's looking at his
Red
watch.
thing in the background.
He's going to trigger another earthquake.
Yeah, so should they not get the F out? He's doing it right now.
He's in the quad.
Peter, stop him. Peter, stop him.
They got him.
Okay, good.
Though he didn't stop anything. It's starting.
How?
Tulsa, Vancouver, Florence, Bogota.
Well, yeah, you're just stopping one, right? You would have to somehow get to all of them to stop them all.
How does David Robert Jones convince 27 Cortexifan kids to help him destroy the world?
Right? Can we talk to Nick Lane? Can he tell us what he said? Where the others are, where they're supposed to go?
So I'll ask what we're all thinking. If this is indeed how Jones intends to collapse our universes, how many more quakes will it take to make that happen?
Frankly, I'm surprised it hasn't already.
So y'all have to cut off the bridge, or at least consider it. It would save both universes, right? It would save billions and billions of lives.
Well, I should be the one to interrogate Nick Lane
Yes,
and get him to tell us where David Robert Jones is.
What makes you think he'll do that?
they have a connection. At least they did once. I'm not sure like how different their bond was in this iteration of the timeline, though. Like, how well did they know each other?
I'm Olivia Dunham, and we actually knew each other a long time ago.
Olive, I remember you.
Okay, so he does remember her.
Nick, for reasons that you may or may not understand, we don't have a lot of time. I need you to tell me where David Robert Jones is.
She just went
Can't
right
do
in.
that.
Why not?
I won't, Olive.
Why? Why? Tell me your
You don't
reason.
have to worry about him.
Why don't I have to worry?
He's not gonna hurt you.
We're on the same side.
Cortexifan kids?
You and me.
Is that his new race?
What is happening, Nick?
What they warned us about. The war. And Jones is on our side. That's why you don't have to worry about him. He is protecting us.
I think I understand.
You're defending our world, you and the others.
I don't have any contact with the others. We each only speak with Jones.
I don't understand. Creating earthquakes? How is that protecting us?
Every war has a cost.
Casualties?
It's almost over. Jones says one more offensive and the other side will surrender.
Jones has lied to you.
Yeah.
Everything that he said. There's no war. Our two universes are allies now. Our world is helping to heal theirs.
Yeah.
But Jones wants to destroy us both, and he's using you to help him.
I don't think he'll believe her, but that is true. Take him to the bridge. Show him that it's true. Like, give him tangible proof that what you're saying is true, and then maybe he'll help. Because he'll see the truth of it.
It's weird to think of never seeing them again, knowing that they're right there, so close. The bridge does have to be closed. At least everything goes back to the way it's supposed to be.
You mean you? Because you're from the other universe, but you're gonna stay here.
Of course he will. You'll stay there, I'm sure.
Come to the opinion that home is where the heart is.
His heart is there. Just like yours is in World B. Like, we know the way that it would work, right? Lincoln would stay in that world. Ooh. So 6 hours until the end of the world, right?
The quakes. The timer started counting down.
Take him to the bridge.
Nick, I know what I'm saying is upsetting you, but just consider for a moment that I am right. That means that in less than 6 hours, everything you know and everyone you may love will cease to exist.
Come on, Nick.
Everyone I love.
Yes, including her.
You're always a strong one.
Yeah, you said that before.
When my family moved away from Jacksonville, I started having bad thoughts. And when I went to college, it got worse. And I had to make it stop.
Okay.
I had a sister. The night I was gonna do it, I had the knife in my hand when my parents called.
She died.
Kendra was dead. Slit her wrists in the tub.
Oh yeah, because his power would transfer. I remember.
Reverse impact. That's what Jones told me I'd become. That my emotions were contagious.
When he was happy, everybody was happy. When he was sad, everybody was sad. I remember.
Years ago, Jones found me. He taught me how to control my feelings. I wouldn't hurt any more people.
Nick.
No, he taught me how to channel the untapped energy in my brain so I could help protect our world.
Okay, but he was lying to you and using you to destroy it. Like, I'm sorry, what part of that don't you understand?
Jones told you, helped you to make sense of your life and of what you've gone through, what we have gone through.
Yeah. But he was lying and manipulating you.
But Nick, what he told you was a lie. I've been over there. I've worked with the other side, and they are not our enemy. Even if you don't help us, we still have a way to stop Jones. But that would mean we would have to sever ties with the other side. We would stop healing their world.
Yeah.
Now think of the fate of all those people. You're the only person that can help them.
I don't understand why we don't just, like, show him the tangible proof that what you're saying is true, though. Show him the bridge. Show him other Olivia. Show him other Nick Lane. Like, surely that would convince him that you're telling the truth.
We believe he's going to create some sort of safe zone.
Walter feels really guilty. He doesn't want to look at him.
One time, I did meet him at a warehouse. It was filled with a bunch of equipment, machines I didn't recognize.
Would you remember where it was?
Yes. I can take you back there.
Okay, hopefully it's, like, really freaking close because we don't have a lot of time to be, like, back and forth.
This is it. I remember the frosted windows.
What if we can't trust Nick, though? I just don't know. He's acting nervous. I think this is a trap. I don't know if we can trust him. I'm not believing this. I'm not trusting it.
You think it's Jones' safe zone?
No, I think this is a trap.
It's okay.
He's too nervous. This is a trap.
Been in there for too long. Something went wrong.
No.
You don't know that.
I don't trust him. Nick, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, bitch.
You lied to me, but I didn't even question it. Do you know how that feels? I'm pathetic.
Oh, God.
I should have just done it.
That guy's gonna kill himself now. No.
Miserable.
He's doing this on purpose, I feel.
You feel that, don't you?
I don't trust you, bitch. That's pretty fucked up what you're doing. He lied. He lied to you. He lied to you. He lied to you.
I'm sorry. Suddenly I just got so sad. I'm so mad at myself. I just wanted it to end.
Yeah, he's a liar.
It was all a lie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's evil. I don't know if he just didn't believe you because, you didn't actually show him proof, which, would have been nice. They're gonna do it, aren't they?
Washington has made their decision.
They're gonna sever the
They'll
bridge.
support whatever we decide in this room.
Oh, they're gonna support y'all. Okay.
According to Nick Lane's watch, the next wave of earthquakes are due to begin in less than an hour.
And that'll be the last one, he said. I think they're gonna have to sever the bridge.
In that case,
Helps the most people.
unless someone can think of an alternative. No. I'm afraid we have to close the bridge.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know what else you could do. You don't have enough time to try to find another fucking plan. Unless Jones walked in and you could just shoot him in the head or something. I don't even think that would work. Does this mean he's never gonna see his mom again? Why could she not be there to, like, say goodbye? I'm just saying. They knew this was a possibility.
So what happens now?
We wait for the power to surge, then we shut it down.
How long do you think that's gonna take?
Hopefully not more than 35 minutes.
Really quite a remarkable boy, Peter. Man, actually. Yes, he is. Smart, noble, kind. All the things I would have wished for him. Would you excuse me for a moment?
Walter's gonna talk to Walter. I'm not ready.
I know what you're afraid of. It occurs to me, so I'm sure it occurs to you too,
What?
that if the machine stops working, Peter
Peter
may
might
disappear.
Yeah. No, he won't. I don't think he will.
I believe it may have brought him here. There's no reason it can't take him away.
He's so scared of losing Peter.
25 years ago, you couldn't have made this decision. You didn't. I've come to accept that he's not ours.
He is, though.
The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it.
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius, who survived war, spent the rest of his life working for the betterment of his people. Perhaps we will too. We'll see.
I hope you do. I hope both of you do. Hug him at least, for God's sake.
It's time.
Lincoln's gonna go to World B, right?
Remember how you said home is where the heart is?
Yep, he's going to World B.
This might be crazy, but
If Olivia is where his heart is. World B.
I think I found mine.
It's like pouring rain outside, by the way, if you hear that. Bye, Lincoln. I will miss you. I'm gonna miss this Olivia, too.
You know, there's a lot of things about you that I wish I had. A lot of things about you that I admire. It's funny, I was about to say the same thing about you. Keep looking up. After it rains. Keep looking up. I will.
She's telling her to have hope.
Thought you could use a little help. I'm gonna need you to help me find an apartment.
I think they'll be happy together. Bye, World B. Bye, Walternate. I need tissues. Bye, Ash.
It's time.
Is it gonna work? I think so.
I think I shall miss them. More than I imagined.
Yeah. Same. Same, actually. Oh, is that the end of the episode? Okay. Okay, you guys. It's been a minute. I think I can talk now. We'll see. I might cry again. Like, let's be honest. Sometimes I cry during these post-episode discussions. I'm feeling a bit emotional right now still. So probably tears, but I'm gonna try not to. So I really liked this episode. I don't know if this episode is actually I'm buffering. Is actually going to close the door on the David Robert Jones saga. I don't know if he's trapped in World B, he's trapped in World A, if we'll ever see him again. I don't know. I assume that maybe it did, and then the next episodes, the last two episodes, are going to be about the arrival of the observers. And then that's going to lead into season 5. Like, I assume. I don't really know, though. If so, I think that, I don't know. It was really sad to say goodbye to all of the counterparts in World B. you know, they've been around for a while now, and so it's actually a little sad to lose them and to just not see them again. You know, Lincoln in particular, because he kind of was our Lincoln, and that sucks, but I like that they all ended on like a good note, right? Like Walter had that conversation with Walternate, and Walternate was like proud of Walter because he knew that closing the gate might mean losing Peter, and he still did it. Sorry. I just think it's really good that Walter and Walternate got to have those moments together and sort of have different interpretations and perspectives on each other than they have had in the past. I do wish that Elizabeth had gotten to come and like hug Peter, say goodbye, you know, that sort of thing, because I don't know, Elizabeth's always losing in these episodes, so yeah, that just makes me sad, because I really think that Elizabeth has one of the most tragic stories on this show, and I really loved seeing her get to save Peter earlier in the season, and even though she didn't know it, she was saving her Peter. I don't know, I was excited about the prospect of Peter getting to have a relationship with Elizabeth, since the gate was there and they could go back and forth, and like, yeah, but you know, now it's shut and that's not going to happen. So yeah, just literally my heart is just always breaking for her. So I kind of wish that they had gotten a moment of closure as well. But I was glad that Walter and Walternate got those moments together, and I kind of wish Walternate and Peter could have hugged one last time, but I think that they had really nice moments earlier in the season when Walternate told Peter that, you know, sorry, I'm too emotional from this, that he was exactly like the man he thought that he would be, you know. Anyway, sorry you guys. Maybe I should have taken longer. Yeah, so I was also really happy to see Olivia and Folivia sort of get this mutual respect for each other. Like I've said in the past, I really love this iteration of Folivia. Like, y'all know my only issue with the other Folivia. I'm not going to harp on it. I'm not going to bring it up again. But this Folivia did not have that, and so I really loved to see her and Olivia sort of bond in the ways that they're the same and the ways that they're different. And I love, you know, 99% of iterations of Olivia, because I freaking love Olivia. So I really like that they had that moment, and I really loved that Olivia told Folivia to keep looking up for the rainbows. I hope that World B will find a way to heal their world without the bridge. I hope that they'll get rainbows again, and that those people trapped in Amber can still be saved. I should have taken longer. I should have taken longer, you guys. Fuck. The thing is, I don't want to take too long after an episode ever, because I do want it to be my like immediate thoughts right after the episode, which honestly can sometimes be to my detriment, because when you have longer to think and contemplate on things, you can talk about them in a more concise and clear way, and you have more developed thoughts. But I think the fun of reactions is that you see my immediate reaction to it. You see my immediate thoughts right after the episode. Like, yes, of course, I sit here the entire week and think about the episodes I just watched and think, and I watch it again when I edit it, and I realize all the things that I missed like a fool the first time, and I just, you know, overthink everything to oblivion. But I think the fun of a reaction and an immediate post episode is that it's not my cultivated thoughts. It's not my thoughts after having seen it multiple times and noticing every like nuance of it. It's just immediate. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, it's like almost stream of consciousness, sort of like, this is my initial thoughts. And I always think it's kind of fun because you can go back and be like, what are you talking about, self? Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know? Anyway, am I rambling right now to try to calm myself down? Possibly. But like I said, I don't want to take too long of a break so that you guys get my immediate thoughts, right? So I like that they explained how David Robert Jones, I like how they explained his thinking and like how he would have been able to survive, because that was my big question after episode 18, right? I'm like, okay, if that's his end goal, like, he would die. If everyone on the planets, like, if the planets cease to exist, would he not die? Like, how? Like, I don't understand how that would be his end goal, because he would have to be there to see it. But apparently their thinking was how in Westfield there was like that tiny area that survived even when the worlds came together. Like, everything would be destroyed except for one area, and then he would sort of, like Peter referenced, Noah's Ark it and sort of repopulate the earth with him as like the head, and then his weird species of flying people as, I guess, the new humans. Like, I'm not really sure. Or were the Cortexiphan kids gonna be the new humans? I don't think they were, because surely they would have been in the path of the destruction after they did the final earthquakes, right? So yeah, but I was glad they explained that. I'm not sure I still fully understand, like, scientifically how that would work, because I feel like it wouldn't. But I'm not a scientist. You guys know. So I'll just say sure. Also, the thing that is a bit frustrating, and granted, they only had a certain amount of time, like 6 hours, right? Once you hit that deadline, like, I just don't understand why they didn't show Nick Lane, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was being manipulated and lied to by David Robert Jones. Like, am I the only one who feels like they could have taken him to the bridge? They could have showed him other Nick Lane. They could have shown him Folivia. They could have, like, shown him the two sides are actually working together. And, like, maybe even they could have taken him to the other side. Like, that doesn't take that long. I don't know. I don't understand why they didn't, take it a step further, why they just assumed that he was going to take Olivia's word. Like, that, like, sure, maybe she could have persuaded him, but would actual evidence not persuade you more than somebody you knew when you were kid and trusted when you were kids, when you've already been manipulated and, like, brainwashed to an extent by David Robert Jones? Because I'm thinking, like, sure, I would, if this is a person that I trusted and, like, cared about when I was younger, a part of me would want to believe them, but I'm going to be more inclined to believe the person that's, helped me after my sister's death. And, like, he explained to her why he trusted David Robert Jones. So I'm going to need, as Nick Lane, proof, like, tangible evidence that what you're telling me is true, because I need tangible proof that I've been manipulated and lied to, right? Because if you say that, sure, and maybe I don't trust you, maybe you're manipulating and lying to me. Maybe David Robert Jones already told me that you would do this, and so I'm not trusting you because of that, So I just kind of wish that they had tried to just show him tangible proof that what they're saying is true. Because I do think that would have maybe persuaded him a bit more. Now, I assumed going into this episode, or when we had the conversation at the beginning of the episode about closing the bridge being a possibility, that's ultimately what was going to happen because of the previous episode, right? In episode 19, there's no mention of like the other world. There's no mention of World B. There's no mention of David Robert Jones. There's no mention of any of that, which led me to believe that at some point, like once this episode started, that they were going to shut the bridge. Like that kind of solidified for me that that's where the storyline was going to go. So yeah, I don't know if that's just the end of David Robert Jones though. Like is that just the end? Like we don't see him again? Like he's just like gone for now, or is he just lurking? And then at some point in the future, he's going to come back out. Because surely David Robert Jones, being as intelligent as he is based off of his plan that was laid forth, has a contingency plan for in case they shut the bridge, right? Because he asked Broyles to destroy the bridge in the first place. So if Broyles had actually done that, then none of this would have happened in the first place, right? So I'm assuming there's some sort of contingency. Maybe he is working with the observers. Maybe all of that was like smoke and mirrors, and that was never actually his plan all along. And his actual plan was to work with the observers. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, you've already seen it, but if you haven't seen it and you're watching this with me for the first time, what do you excuse me, what do you guys think? Because I'm curious. If this is the end and we just never see David Robert Jones again, it feels a bit anticlimactic. Like, sure, I was bawling my eyes out. I'm sad that we lost World B and that we probably won't see those characters again. I feel like this is not the end of David Robert Jones, though. That's what I'm going to say. I don't trust that it's the end. I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed the stakes of it. I enjoyed the emotion of it. But I do feel a little bit like it was a red herring, you know? Like this is, like David Robert Jones is like, look here, look here, look here. But like over here, I'm doing some shit, you know? I feel like that because they set David Robert Jones up to be this big, intelligent villain. So, yeah. My guess is he's working with the observers or something because of, episode 19. So, and like I said, I just don't believe that this is the end of him. I think that's all that I really have to say. I've been trying to rack my brain and think if there's anything else, but I feel like that's a pretty good, commentary on my thoughts on this episode. I don't trust that David Robert Jones is gone. I don't trust that was his ultimate plan, but we'll see in the next 2 episodes. I assume that they will set up what we saw in episode 19, and I'm curious and a little nervous to see how they do that. So thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode where there was lots of crying. And every single episode thus far of Fringe where there's also lots of crying. Yeah, I will see you guys next week for part 1, I think, of the 2-part finale of season 4. I'm not ready. I'm not emotionally ready. Really not. I hope to see you guys then, though. Until then. Bye, guys.